There's yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, before I settle this matter once and for all, I would like to take this opportunity to warn you of the kind of house this house really is. This house is, at best, a complete psychopath, and at worst, an oasis of evil. I'm not referring to Christopher, but this house is pretty nasty. So those of you with weak constitutions, leave the room. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, this house really will do anything for money. I give you Mervyn La Maison. Mervyn.
Yes.
When I say money, what is your immediate response?
I'll do anything.
Mervyn, what is your favorite thing?
Money.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I know it's hard to believe that this house really will do anything for money, but it's true, it's sadly true. So I have drafted some hard-hitting questions to demonstrate that this house really will do anything for money. Questionably number 1. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Mervyn, for money, would you be prepared to paint your exterior walls white?
Yes.
What about an off-white?
Oh, yes.
Magnolia?
Definitely.
Can I push you to a duck egg blue?
For £1.20.
Would you consider Pebble Dash?
Yes.
Certainly pushing the boundaries of taste, wouldn't you agree, ladies and gentlemen? What won't you do?
Like I said, I will literally do anything for money.
Would you allow a cat onto your hot tin roof if you knew it would really hurt its feet?
Yes, Jess, I would do that.
What about Catwoman, Batman's mysterious love interest?
Oh, yes.
The Penguin?
Yes.
The Joker?
On the roof, Joker. Yes.
The Riddler?
Oh, yes.
Oh, merciless, truly merciless. What about Dr. Freeze?
Yes.
That was a trick question, because if you let Dr. Freeze onto your roof, he would freeze your roof.
Jess, I understand the repercussions of letting Dr. Freeze onto my hot tin roof. I'm just serious that I would do anything for money.
I see. Would you go on a blind date with a bungalow?
Yes.
What about a semi-detached pair?
Unchaperoned?
Yeah?
I'd do that for free.
Would you let 2 cars park in your garage?
I don't know.
I'm going to hold you to your word, Mervyn.
It's a small garage that might get stuck.
Oh, so you paint your house duck egg blue, but when it comes to letting a car in your garage, you get all
Oh,
coy?
okay, fine. I'll do it.
Yeah, good. Would you get a Velux?
Hey, that's taking it a bit far, don't you think?
No ifs or buts, Mervyn. Would you get a Velux?
Well, I guess if it was, you know, a reputable contractor and had some insurance,
Mervyn, you're skirting the issue.
Well,
Would you get a Velux?
Velux is just too strong a word. Can't we call it a skylight?
Skylight?
Yeah, skylight. I'd get a skylight. Just,
Skylight?
I don't want to call it a Velux. I'll have a skylight. I don't like Velux.
Aren't they the same thing?
I don't know.
I'll ask you again, Mervyn. Would you get a Velux?
Fine, I'll get a Velux.
Good. Would you let Lloyd Grossman look through your keyhole?
Yes.
Would you let Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen change your rooms?
He already has.
What's the most dangerous thing you've ever done for money, Mervyn?
The most dangerous thing?
Yeah.
Well, this one time I got rid of all the insulation and replaced it with asbestos. For money.
I knew he was going to say that, okay? Don't put asbestos in your roofs, because it is dangerous. It really is.
What if someone asks you to do it for money?
Oh.
Well, yeah, then of course. Don't clap him.
I'll take this one, Jess. Yes, I would do it. Glad I could help.
Thanks, Marvin.
I'm a simple house. This is a big room.
It's a huge room. How do you even fit inside, Marv?
Yeah, none of my rooms are this big.
No.
They're all far smaller. Do you have more questions?
Yeah, I do.
Go on.
What's the worst thing you've ever done for money, Marvin?
The worst thing? Well, once I let Gary Glitter mow my meadow for money. I know.
Not that one, Marvin.
I'm not proud.
The other bad thing you did for money.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, I guess there was that one time that I built my house, me, on a site of natural beauty without first getting the necessary paperwork, if that's what you're talking about.
There's that. I have that down, but the other one.
You heard about that, huh?
Yeah, I heard.
Okay, well.
Everybody heard.
One time I rented out my attic to Chris DeBurr to record Lady in Red. That was the worst thing.
That was the worst thing.
The sounds still haunt me.
I guess I could say.
Have you seen the American film To Build a House with that Kevin Kline, I think?
No.
Hayden Christensen is in it. It's before Star Wars. Did you see Star Wars? The new ones?
Marvin?
Yes. I've never been in a room with so many people before. This is very exciting. Do you have more questions for me?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, go on.
Yeah, I do.
Go on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess you could say this house has absolutely no structural integrity.
That's pretty good.
Would you allow a lodger of dubious character into your rooms?
Yes. I mean, how dubious. That's sort of ominous.
Well,
you know,
what would it depend on?
There's just one thing that would depend on, actually.
What would that be, Marvin?
I wouldn't if that lodger was from Oxford. You think the housing market is in the shitter, do you? Oh, you're not so tough now in front of a house. Real estate is strong. Invest in real estate.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think Marvin has shown you that he really, really, really will do anything for money, except allow a lodger from Oxford University, but nothing could be worse than that, so...
Well, the only thing that could be worse is if Chris DeBurr had gone to Oxford.
Thank you, Jessica, and thank you, Mervyn. Our next speaker is actually half from Oxford, half from Cambridge, as he used to be here, but has defected to the other side. His interesting fact about himself is that he writes dictionaries. Alex here.
Mr. President, Mr. Secretary, members of the floor, members of what I can only call the ceiling. This house would do anything for money? Perhaps 5, 10, 15 minutes ago, maybe part of me would have agreed with that. But one thing I will not do for money, not for any amount, would be to take this meticulously planned speech on why it would be logically improper to do things for money and use it in response to the proposition. So, because having thought through this carefully, I realised that having come here with all these arguments marshalled up my extensive and capacious sleeves, that's why we wear black tie. They are literally there. I am faced with a proposition who think that the credit crunch is a type of chocolate bar. Faced with an opposition that I could quite believe were all raised in the jungle. one of whom now appears to have lost the power of speech in a glorious fashion. And having spent the last 10 minutes sitting there in abject horror, as it dawned upon me that for all that I've worked hard, for all that I've done a good job, so that I could get onto the property ladder, I now realise that if I get up to the top of the property ladder, I will find that face staring down at me like something from European folklore.